Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video, we did a stock update on ticker symbol AA and also on ticker symbol FCEL, Fuel Cell Energy, so please refer back to the previous video for details of both stocks. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 million challenge. So for anybody who's not aware of this, is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using compound return investing. So the strategy is aimed at trying to achieve 201 trades, each with a return of 3.5%. So it's not 201 consecutive trades, and we do take into account losses. So for the challenge, we have a spreadsheet with specially chosen low and medium risk stocks to try to get this 3.5% return. We also have a Discord community well in excess of 300 now working together in the challenge, sharing due diligence, trading tips, research, technical analysis, etc. The Discord area has sections such as an agreement, FAQs. You can chat and ask questions in there. The stock spreadsheet is also available. You can share your buys. We have a king and queen alert section and also a leaderboard with updates, and there's also a special exclusive in-depth detailed strategy video which is available once you join to give you more details about the challenge and how to go about proceeding to continue with it. So join us on this journey, details in description below. Today's video is going to be a stock update for ticker symbol MMAT Metamaterials. However, the focus of today's video is going to be in response to the name Meta, and it's also in response to one of the questions that was asked in the Discord. So I'm going to share that question with you on the screen here, and it states, I guess my question is, will Facebook, now Meta, need to somehow compensate Meta to use the same name ? It's the same name even though it's Metamaterials all over the website and on advertising. Simply use Meta with registered trademark. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at who owns Meta. Is it Facebook? Is it Metamaterials? And with regard to the trademark, what does this mean? We do know that Metamaterials has a trademark, so we're going to look at details of that. We're also going to be looking at the reasons why Facebook changed its name to Meta. Let's start by having a look at an update from the AWE 2021 presentation where Metamaterials was represented by Jonathan Walden. So this is a post here to give a shout out to by John, and he stated at the top here, Dr. Jonathan Walden, Metamaterials CTO, started his presentation by saying, my founder, we all know who, asked me to remind everybody we are the original Meta, Meta as in a registered trademark, but importantly, in AW 2021, we are the only ones exhibiting link below. Any thoughts? ? So it's clearly referring to a company previously known as Facebook, and he's also stating here that Metamaterials, also known as Meta, is being represented, but Facebook is not being represented. So let's continue with this theme. Who owns Meta, and is Facebook Meta or is Metamaterials Meta? What are the legal implications of this name? Let's now have a look at what does Meta mean. Why did Facebook choose to use this name? So on this post here, we can say in terms of Mark Zuckerberg's initial presentation, what he said is he chose to use the name Meta because it reflects the full breadth of what we do and the future we want to build and help. So he also said that it's a Greek word and it means beyond. And it also symbolizes that there's always more to build. There's always a next chapter to the story. And we are aware that he's looking at developing Facebook with regards to AR and VR. This is a strong connection with Metamaterials, who do own a significant amount of patents in this field. So we're going to have a look at this later on as well. I'm now going to have a look at how did Facebook acquire the name Meta, and what was the origins behind this. So we're going to share an article here from the Globe and Mail, and this gives us a very strong clue in terms of the history of this. So it states here on the page that when Facebook began rebranding itself as Meta Platforms in the previous month to build a market for immersive online words, the company had some Toronto entrepreneurs to thank for a smooth transition. So these entrepreneurs were Sam Molyneux, a medical biophysicist, and Amy Molyneux, an engineer and entrepreneur. So they had a company called Meta Incorporated, and this company was operational for about a decade, initially started from the bedroom. So what happened here is Meta became one of Canada's early AI startup successes, at the moment when Canada's AI talent was beginning to earn global renown. So let's now have a look at the next part of this article. In the second part of this article at the top here, we can see that CZI had been quietly winding down Meta since the previous summer, and we can also see here that the organization was sitting on some very important domains. So the domain included meta.com, meta.org, and also social media handles such as @Meta on Twitter. So this was something that was essential and required for the Facebook rebrand. Second paragraph down, the summary of that is we can see confirmation here of an email that was sent to the Global Mail from Jeff McGregor from CZI, and he stated here that the transfer of these assets to Facebook has taken place. So what that indicates to me is that Facebook has acquired these from CZI, and a payment must have been made, probably quite significant, but no information is available in terms of how much. We can also see third paragraph down, Facebook declined to comment on the asset transfer, and its leaders have called for more regulation of social media. And at the bottom we can also see that the original Meta team, which held the Meta domain, have also declined to comment. So this is the history of the transfer of the domain and the social media handles to facebook.com. What I would now like to do is try to address the question with regard to who owns Meta. Is it a registered trademark that Metamaterial owns? And before we look at that, I just have a quick reminder in terms of George. So initially when we got the news that Facebook was going to be known as Meta, George's tweet was positive, he was welcoming, and certainly there was no indication of any objection with regard to Facebook using the name Meta. So let's now proceed to have a look at the requirements from the Chartered Institute of Trademark Attorneys. So on the screen here we can see all of the following are registered. So these can include word, logo, shape, position, pattern, single and combination colors, sound, motion, multimedia, and hologram. So at the bottom here we can see the trademark must be unique, cannot be confused for an already registered trademark. It can also be descriptive. And further down, registering your company name or owning a domain name gives you no legal rights to stop somebody else using your name or logo. So certainly that's what's happened. So Metamaterials have been using the name Meta, and we can see here that there is no legal rights to stop someone else using your name based on the trademark law, depending on the name. So that's certainly the case here. But let's now delve a little bit deeper into with regards to other registered trademarks for Meta. So on the screen now you'll be able to see a search result from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So what I've done here, I've searched the name Meta, and if you have a look at the screen here, we've come up with 1,734 records. So if you have a look at the screen here, you'll be able to see many organizations have registered the word or the mark Meta. So what this clearly indicates is Meta is a trademark but registered by many organizations, not just Metamaterials. So the trademark certainly means, in Metamaterials case, it will be how the name has been written. What I would now like to do is finish off by having a look at a potential connection between Metamaterials and Facebook. So I'm going to use the Facebook research page here. So we can see here that the headline at the top, and that is Facebook Reality Labs. Our mission is to give people the tools to feel connected anytime, anywhere. So focusing on the second paragraph down, we can see here that in the future, Facebook believe that AR glasses will merge the physical and digital worlds together, blending what's real with what's possible, and in the next mainstream must-have wearable consumer technology. So certainly they are making plans. And further down in the third paragraph down, we can see they are claiming that just as personal computers have done in the previous 45 years in terms of their development, AR and VR will ultimately change everything about how we work, how we play, and how we connect. So the reason why I think this website and research that Facebook are doing is very important for Metamaterials and MMAT is MMAT is the holder of 247 patents, many of them in the field of AR and VR. So long term, this is certainly something that I think Facebook will highly likely be requiring to use some of these patents, possibly in the form of licensing, possibly in the form of outright buying. So hopefully it's good news for the future. And finally, if anybody is interested in joining us on the $1 Million Challenge, details on the link for the video are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.